Hi everyone, my name is Andrew Chu. I'm now at the University of Chicago, and today I'm presenting with my co-author from Purdue University, Arjun Arunasalam. This work was also done with our other authors, Muslum, Ozgur, Ozmen, and Berkay, Celik. So as the name implies, in this paper, we look at the YouTube platform. YouTube's rapidly grown since its start in 2005, and now is mainstream entertainment. The most popular videos and channels may draw 10 or even hundreds of millions of views, and correspondingly, creating content on YouTube has the potential to be incredibly profitable. As expected, we find that people try to find exploits to generate this profit. So in this work, we look at these exploits for monetization used by different groups on YouTube and find that they harm both viewers and other content uploading users. So it's first important to understand the different groups that are part of the YouTube platform. Viewers are any users that interact with videos. This means watching, commenting, like, or disliking. Content creators, we also dub these just as creators, are users that upload videos. And multi-channel networks, or MCNs, are external management organizations that establish contracts with numerous content creators. So conventionally, these MCN to creator contracts benefit both parties. A creator may gain access to an MCN's analytics tools and also network with other creators that are in the organization. In return, the MCN receives a portion of profit that's generated by the creator's videos. Now turning to profit itself, first, profit can only be made after a creator meets a set of YouTube minimum monetization requirements. Specifically, these are 1,000 subscribers and that their viewers watch an annual 4,000 hours of their content. Second, in the scope of our paper, profit is generated through two services, YouTube Premium and Google AdSense. YouTube Premium is a subscription-based service where users subscribing do not view ads, among some other benefits, and creators receive payout for every premium user that views their videos. Google AdSense is a service that companies pay for to display ads on YouTube videos, and AdSense pays creators for having an ad shown before or during their videos. Third, profit is distributed differently depending on if a user is an independent creator or affiliated with an MCN. Independent creators receive direct payout from YouTube, while affiliated creators wait for YouTube to pay out to their MCN, who then distributes profit to their member creators. So prior work on YouTube has mainly focused on how YouTube works internally from either the system or discussion medium perspectives. For the systems perspective, these works study how YouTube parses the contents of videos that are uploaded to their site. For example, analyzing these files for copyright infringement or sensitive content. And for the discussion medium perspective, prior work examines how video audiences interact with each other in videos' comments, how different communities form around channels on the platform, and how these exchanges and groups are moderated. Finally, these works largely don't consider monetization on YouTube. To contrast, we look at external items that are outside of YouTube's control, which affect monetization. Because these items are not in control of YouTube, they may be difficult or even impossible to consider from the systems or discussion medium perspective of prior work. We study these items by examining data from online communities as a source of threat intelligence and uncover harmful illicit exploits used by both creators and MCNs. We further identify the specific parties harmed by these exploits and provide suggestions for their mitigation. So we began our search for exploitative monetization techniques by using a keyword crawler to find posts mentioning YouTube monetization. We gradually refined our crawler to then use exploit-related keywords and phrases that we found from early manual analysis of our crawler results. Second, we parsed our total final crawler output to identify 11 major online message boards and forums where information is exchanged between YouTubers about content monetization. Third, we used codebook analysis to qualitatively analyze these sites' contents, drawing themes by examining conversation between both exploitative and victimized benign creators. And this finally led to our fourth step, discovering illicit exploits and the underground economies that support their existence. We discovered 6 distinct exploits used by two parties, exploitative content creators and exploitative MCNs. The first 4 exploits in red are performed by exploitative creators, while the 2 exploits in orange are performed by exploitative MCNs. In our paper, we study each exploit and how viewers and/or other creators are harmed. For viewers, these exploits mislead users into viewing undesired or even illicit content, or deceive them into providing sensitive information. For other benign creators, these exploits hurt business by providing exploitative creators an unfair content monetization advantage, infringing on their own ideas or videos, or even directly obstructing deserved payout. In the interest of time, today we're going to present 3 of these exploits, 2 content creator and 1 MCN exploit, and also show how creators work in tandem with MCNs to circumvent YouTube policy for monetization.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. So the next 3 slides, we'll be going over our selected exploits and also be presenting codes from our resources that relate to each specific exploit. So let's take a look at our first exploit, a creator-driven exploit known as the illicit commerce of YouTube accounts. So this exploit involves purchasing YouTube accounts for immediate monetization. And what fuels this is the existence of account marketplaces, third-party websites that connect interested account sellers to buyers, who are in this case also creators. Here, a creator can find an account that fits their preferences and acquire it in exchange for payment. The account transaction process is complete once the creator receives credentials such as the login ID and passwords. So here, the creator then uses this newly purchased account and uploads their own content. With this exploit, creators now have access to a privileged platform, having an inbuilt audience and also a steady revenue stream. So this exploit can be harmful as viewers are deceived into viewing content of a channel unaware of the change in channel ownership. It also harms other benign creators who become victim to unfair competition. An exploitative creator who uses a purchased account does not need to work towards meeting the minimum monetization requirements, and instead immediately begins to profit from uploads. So exploitative monetization just doesn't stop with purchasing accounts, which brings us to our second exploit today. Another creator-driven exploit known as artificial channel engagement. So this refers to the generation of fake engagement to simulate popularity and interaction for a channel. Now, creators who leverage this exploit use one of 2 methods: exploit-as-a-service tools or tailored software. Exploit-as-a-service tools are available on third-party websites and can be accessed via subscription or a one-time fee. Tailored software, on the other hand, refers to software crafted by underground communities for local execution. So what these tools do is they simulate interaction with the channel and generate fake engagement such as views, comments, and likes. Now, as you can imagine, this is important to a creator, as the higher the number of views for a piece of content, the higher the monetary benefit for the said creator. Artificial channel engagement is harmful as viewers are deceived into viewing a channel's content due to the illusion of popularity. Viewers are drawn to channels with high and positive interaction as they feel they can trust these channels a lot more. But in the case of artificial channel engagement, this trust is in fact misplaced. So these past 2 exploits we've looked at are executed by content creators. However, our study also uncovers that MCNs themselves perpetrate their own exploits. And that brings us to our third exploit, the MCN-driven exploit known as withholding affiliate payment, which is MCN refusal to pay affiliated creators their share of revenue. So we've discussed how revenue services typically pay their creators directly. However, in the case of creators under an MCN, it is in fact the MCN that receives the pay directly. Here, the MCN is supposed to distribute revenue to their creator after extracting a percentage. But in our analysis, we find many complaints amongst creators who state that their payments have actually been withheld. When creators contact the MCN to insist on payment and to address this, they face 3 complications. First, they receive false justifications, fake excuses as to why the MCN has not paid them. Second, these creators find that their complaints fall on deaf ears, with MCN representatives severing all forms of communication with these creators. Third, creators who want to terminate their relationship with an MCN due to lack of payment are unable to do so, with MCNs using contractual reasons to justify this. And here, creators are forced to remain with their abusive MCNs, resulting in a somewhat coerced relationship. We do discover other exploits and outline them in our study. For a more detailed look at these, please refer to our paper. So we just looked at how MCNs may exploit creators by withholding affiliate payment. Interestingly, we have also found that MCNs collaborate with creators to bypass YouTube policy for monetization, which brings us to evasion via MCNs, creator establishment of a relationship with an MCN to evade restriction and fees. We find that creators do this for one of 3 main reasons. Now, the first is for tax evasion. We find discussion amongst creators who partner with MCNs because they successfully allow them to evade taxes. For instance, on one forum, we find an MCN advertising payment via means such as cryptocurrency, specifically to draw less attention during tax filing. Now, the second reason we discover is prior bans. Some creators are unable to receive revenue from services such as AdSense due to bans for violating policies in the past. And their solution to this is partnering with an MCN who receives revenue on their behalf. Although unable to receive the full amount of income, these creators still receive some form of monetary benefit. Now, the third and final reason is actually due to sanction circumvention. Creators who live in regions affected by sanctions are unable to monetize their content. And to overcome this, they collaborate with MCNs in regions unaffected by sanctions and monetize their content this way. So evasion via MCN is problematic as it harms the YouTube platform, infringing on their ability to impose their own rule and restrictions. So in conclusion, we are the first comprehensive study to understand YouTube monetization exploits. We leverage 11 public forums as rich sources of threat intelligence. We discover 6 monetization exploits perpetrated by MCNs and content creators alike, and our paper also presents methods and future ideas to mitigate exploit harm for viewers, creators, and also other parties. We reported our monetization findings to YouTube, and our data is also available upon request. So this brings us to the end of our presentation. We thank you for your time and open the floor to questions.